I'm sure by now you've been watching the diaspora transition. You've seen people that have transitioned 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Well, now I have babies. They are babies, I call them. Team Afful decided to move to Ghana 2 months ago. And already the journey has been real, as they would say. I wanted to get in perspective so that you guys can see how it's like to be in Ghana for 2 months, 6 months, a year, etc. Okay, so that you can note the journey. And it's important for us to be sharing these journeys and for them to be telling us what they've been going through, how they managed to bring their 2 children to Ghana, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Yeah, you're sitting there thinking, oh, you're 15-year-old. Little babies are here, okay? Also, them setting up their clothing line business here. They've also got a YouTube channel where they're documenting everything that is happening in their life right now. So please welcome Team Afful. I've got Yaba and I've got Sam. Welcome to the Denta Show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
My
us.
UK team, and we're all in blue. There's a touch of blue.
Just
Yes.
how?
We knew.
The spirit was
Correct.
working. 2 months. You guys are still young, but there's in-depth 2 months, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot that's happened in that 2 months.
A lot.
But you know, Yaba, I know you've been coming back to Ghana, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What made you and your husband decide to move your kids to Ghana?
So we talked over the years since we've been married about Ghana, retirement. And then we had children, and it became really important to us that they have their culture and that they have their language and that they know their family. And we discussed back and forth. We said, okay, every summer we'll send the children maybe to family to spend 6 weeks in Ghana. And then we said, do we feel comfortable just sending them by themselves? And at what age will we do this? And then in the end, we literally just sat down and I said, let's just choose when. And we just prayed and said, let's just decide when. And that was for a year.
Well, it
was meant to be for a year later.
a year later. So it was actually, we're meant to get here in the summer. That hasn't come yet. We're here early, but that's COVID. COVID really made for us, it's either you're going to be scared and lock down and postpone and wait, or you're going to attack life. Because, I mean, for everybody through this whole experience, it's been one way or the other. We're all on the same ocean in different ships, let's say. But in talking about how do we come to this decision, a lot of shared experiences as children. And so for me especially, it was thinking about what I went through in the UK as a child, as a young male as well. So I had a son first and a daughter afterwards. So having a background working with youth as well, that was one decision for moving out of London.
Was it because of the knife crime and all of those, the black gangs and all of this that you see in London? Was that one of the main factors?
That cannot be denied. That issue, children can't be children for long enough in the UK, let alone in London. And I'm very, very aware that as soon as my son especially is not cute, he is viewed as a threat. And once you're viewed as a threat, I have to have certain conversations, we have to have certain conversations that we weren't prepared to have. There's no need. And then self-esteem. We were out in the sticks at this time now, so we was in Lincolnshire. So he could be.
So we actually did not come from London. Like our kids, we weren't living in London.
Okay.
So Sam's a Londoner.
Yeah.
And then we sort of came out of London and brought the kids up in the country.
Okay, so you made that decision not to actually live in London.
Yes.
And you know, raise the kids outside of London,
Yeah.
because of some of these things that we're talking about
Of
here.
course. Yeah.
But usually when a married couple have children in the UK, that's when for them it's difficult to move because they have the children and they've probably started nursery and all of that, and you're like, oh, when they're a bit older. So why was it easier for you to bring the kids?
He just started big school. I'm going to big school, Daddy. So at which point are we going to be able to move? If it's not now, he's got to go through primary school. Then we have the break. There's a lot more happening at the next few key stages. I think children handle change a lot better than we do. And at 2 and 4, well, the 4-year-old, he grabs life by the you know.
Wow, by the horn.
By the horns, and he's actually flourishing here. He loves it. He's becoming so more confident, and
you've seen a little difference within the last 2 months of them being here.
For the children's massive difference.
Really?
Massive difference. So one thing we really focused on the build up to moving here was telling the children we're going to move to Ghana, and they're like, what's Ghana? So they obviously know that they're different. In fact, maybe they do or they don't, but we've had YouTube channels in the background, music, Ghana, just culture, trying to get the language bit by bit that we know, pass it on, but we've been showing them images of Ghana. And it's just the most positive talk about Ghana. So for them, Africa has always been something very exciting, something beautiful to expect. So we did a countdown, and then when it was the morning of
how many sleeps
to go,
Wow.
and literally our son just went, we're going to Ghana.
Wow.
And when we landed, the children, mainly the older one, they didn't look back. Wow. They literally have not looked back since.
He'd be upset to go back.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be very upset to go back. From my perspective, again, growing up, Ghana was a threat. If you don't do well in your schooling, you're going to Ghana. Then this whole thing that was on behind my shoulder was a negative one. And even before I had children, I'd made that decision that it's not going to be that way. Wow. So I'd remember, especially growing up in Camden, you have Chinese people, you have Spanish, Americans, and they were always looking forward to going back. So I wanted that for my children. And so if you're good, we're going to see grandma. Really? Yeah, we're going to see. You can have donuts for breakfast.
Wow.
Both fruits. So on that bit alone, he was sold.
Wow. And I think that is so important. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because I remember growing up in the UK, and every time I did something wrong, my mum and dad was like, you're going back to Ghana. You're going back to Ghana. And that's even another thing that one of my interviewers said, that they didn't think of coming to Ghana, because Ghana was always seemed very dark, gloomy. It's a bad place to go. You have a bad time. But it has switched, because now, even my last interview, there's a 26-year-old, there's a 22-year-old that they've moved.
And that's really important, that people are coming back in their youth with strength and vitality. For the generation before us, again, it always seemed that they came back to retire and they haven't got the energy, or they're still building a house, or the money that they were sending small by small, the builder has 2 and I have foundations, if I'm lucky.
No, absolutely. And then they build, and sometimes they don't get to live in it.
No, you don't get to live in it, and you've given your best years to another country. There's no reason to do that.
Absolutely. So you decided to come, and how was it like finding a property, finding a school, all of that? Like, where did you want to live?
We were blessed. We were blessed. My mother has property that she wasn't it wasn't being maintained or looked after. She's of an age where she wouldn't have been able to deal with it. So we were really blessed. She said, stay there, develop that area, otherwise no one will. And so for us, again, in the area that it is as well, we're very lucky, it's in Accra. Up until now, I don't really stay in Accra. I like to be a bit outside the smoke. And it's just a little bit cooler and just a little bit chilled.
But it was a good transition to be able to come to Accra in that property, so we didn't have the added stress of having to look for somewhere, and it's such a great space for the kids as well.
Yeah, a lot more space for them.
Do you think that because you had ties, it was easier for you to make the transition?
Yes.
The ties have been everything.
Yeah, the network. UK, the network is so small. And especially if you can imagine being out of London, near the family nucleus that's there. When you come back, my little boy said, Daddy, I thought my family was small, but it's big.
Oh,
so uncles and cousins and auntie grannies and grandmas and grannies, grandma, everybody gives themselves their title.
Yeah, it's true.
So he's just
because they don't get to see that in the UK.
No. Strong male role models is lacking over there as well. Positive, strong male role models is a thing. The kids are a really big thing into our move, and we was talking about it, and if you thought about planting a seed, you'd want the best ground for the seed.
Absolutely, the best soil.
But the amount of changes we had to make, or even the growing up experience, just to make people feel comfortable around you, it feels almost like the soil is not, it's toxic. So you can't expect a massive tree, a healthy tree or plant to grow and flower and give you fruit in toxic soil. So we had to come to fertile soil. As long as there's water here, family being the water, hey, we're going to get something better than if we manage on
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. But what is the difference, or what's the difference that you've seen when you came to visit and now that you have settled?
This is a good one because it took me 6 weeks to realize I was not on holiday. And mentally it was like, I'm here. There's a huge difference. And I think for me, it was making more of an effort to surround myself and delve into the community, become part of the community. So it was, going out to actually get to know people, get to know the surrounding areas, to really get to know. Ghana's wonderful because people look out for you. When they know you're part of the community and you make that effort back, people look out for you. They look out for your children. They check they don't run into the roads. And those are the things that have been different. Whereas before I'd come and sort of enjoy and then leave. Now it's actually, let's get to know people's names and become part of the community.
And then the trips before were with an eye. So it wasn't, I think I've only done a couple of Christmases here. The annual Christmas invasion and the whole diaspora come here. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I was never really part of that.
Okay.
I always came after or before. We've got projects that we were working on. So it was almost trial runs to say, okay, I'm not just coming to party. If we are, okay, that's nice. We Ghanaians, we like to celebrate anyway.
Of course.
But it was always with an eye. And we say this to the people following us on the YouTube, is that get that network around you. Get in, know your plumber, know your few drivers that didn't take off your whole arm when you wanted to go to the mall. They just took a little bit.
Scraped it.
I could put my hand back in if you just take a little bit, but you take the whole arm off. I can't put my hand back in my pocket for you. So.
Yeah. The statement that you just made, do you find that is a very big thing here as well? Once they hear the accent, the UK, British, US, whatever accent, then they start going into this mode of they're already rich. Let me just get some more money from them.
I've had mixed experiences with that because I came with the expectation of the minute they see, it's not even, you don't have to talk. Even if I wear the cloth and my wrap, it doesn't matter. They know I'm not I haven't been brought up in Ghana. But I've noticed that when you make the effort with language, if you even try Midasi, people really appreciate that and they just try to say, oh, let me help you. Obviously, everywhere I go, the price goes up too. So I have had that side, but also the side where people do try and include you as well. But it's one of the negatives is that as we have come...
more.
Sorry?
Sorry. You will be paying more. You will be paying more.
But one of the negatives is that it will be overcharged, unfortunately. Yeah.
It is a thing.
Yeah, but is it a lot overcharged? Do you think it's...
It just depends. I mean, I go on the premise that they're going to do 3 times. If something is 1 cedi, at least they're going to shoot the shot for 3. But once you're in the system and start understanding, okay, your bottle of water, 1 cedi, 150, blah, 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 you kind of get there. And sometimes you allow it, sometimes you don't. I take it as sport,
Yeah. Take it as sport.
I take it as sport, otherwise you'd just be fuming.
It's true. And that's the thing, I think you have to be patient, right? And you have to be able to swallow a few things that you would probably not swallow in the UK, right? When you're here in Ghana. But another thing that I wanted us to touch on is that how do you think the diaspora can really make an impact in Ghana? And what are the things that the government should be doing to support us diasporans coming back? Or do they need to do anything for us to come back?
I think it's not one doing it. It's not the diasporans coming, hey, we have the answers. Follow me, I've got this. Because I can have a conversation with a driver here. I keep using the term drivers because we have so many conversations. Yeah. And I'm learning so much, and it tells me simply that we need to wash one hand has to wash the other. And I wish that the visa situation was such that every Ghanaian can go out, experience everything and know what's good here. And why are these people coming back? Why are they coming back? Ghana is terrible. You can speak with, again, drivers. oh, Ghana is terrible, we're not doing, but over the years since 2010, coming back, slowly we're moving. More diasporans would be encouraged to come back if we weren't seen as so tasty meat to just be taken and stripped. Like I use that analogy, take a small one, not the whole arm. But people here, it would be better if they had in mind, let's build a relationship. And then through that, we can both move forward. Hey, that one is not going to work here, we're more conservative. Or there's so many different ways. A lot of people in the diaspora come and ask, hey, what can I do here and be it successful? And I think the simple answer is exactly what you're doing successfully wherever it is you are. But add the service, 10 is 10, 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock, you're a winner. People will patronize your thing, whatever it is.
I mean, it's a good point to note, because I feel like there's a lot of people in the diaspora that they do want to come back, but they see the negatives a lot and not seeing the positive opportunities that you've seen when you've been here. Because you could have almost about 10 or 15 ideas in Ghana, that you just like...
And they can all win.
And they could all win. Because it's undeveloped, it's not fully developed yet. The Western world, everything is what? Done.
It's done, you're in,
It's done. So what opportunities are you seeing, and what opportunities have you created for yourself?
We have a passion for property. That is just amazing. And if you get it right here, again, with the right team, you can really make that work. And again, if you're that face for the diaspora to come and say, hey, look, slow it down a little bit, okay? Don't just come and try and buy a house in 2 weeks. You wouldn't do that over there. Think about the same here. So if you can, we're into property, we're looking that way and developing a bit. Before we came over here, our background is in the fitness industry, so we actually have products that we're looking at for the diaspora. But so Adinkra based sportswear. I have a little gift for you later on.
I'll be wearing it, trust me.
Even that's a good example, because we had some samples and some of it was fine for the diaspora, but the Ghanaians are, my arms just show my belly, and that was eye-opening for us. So it was like, okay, we need to redesign a few things if it's going to work here.
Yeah.
Whereas
the cultural stuff, you know, that we spoke about. One of the other girls that I spoke to was like, look, like sometimes when her grandmother's there, she has to cover up and go out, and then when she sits in the car, she just takes everything off, because culturally it's not. You do that as well?
Oh yeah.
It's not.
I've got two uniforms. I've got me, and then I've got the grandma. Hi, grandma.
Yes, because culturally you have to adjust.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they will be looking at you like.
Absolutely.
How?
I think one of the things I would say to anyone who's coming to do anything is manage your expectations, aim high, but you're coming into a whole new culture. And as much as we're Ghanaian, and we're so proud that we have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
So we thank God for our network, because we ask them, this is how I do this, how do I dress to this, what do I say in this situation? So it's good. And also when you come in to bring a business, it's also what do the Ghanaians need, what do they want, and does it match the culture? So it's a lot to learn, but it's exciting because you can do it here, and you can give back to your own country or even to your own continent, because some don't know they're Ghanaian, but they still come, which is amazing. So yeah, do it.
Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the fashion line. After the commercial break, we'll be back. I'm still with Team Afful. I'll be back.
Imperial Homes Ghana in Great Britain has carved a niche for itself within the real estate industry as the premier provider of luxury homes in Ghana and England, with a mission to provide safe, good value, modern housing and personalized estate management services to its clients and customers. All our homes meet the Lifetime Home Standard, as well as the highest standards of engineering excellence, safety, environmental sustainability, and cost efficiency. Imperial Homes, a signature of luxury.
Guba Card welcomes you to the land of gold, Ghana. The Guba Card is a unique loyalty card which gives you the opportunity to enjoy discounts of up to 40% on goods and services. You enjoy discounts of the best of hotels, amazing restaurants, beauty lounges, spas, health centers, fashion houses, and shopping centers in Ghana. The Gubert card can also be used as a prepaid Visa card with Access Bank, our partners, offering you conveniences on all payment platforms. Applications is safe, secure, and valuable. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0245 156 705. Visit www.guberdiaspora.com. Gubert card, the best discount card in Ghana.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Guess what? Even 2 months down the line, they're still smiling. They're still happy. They're still looking forward to what tomorrow holds and the different things that's going to happen. I'm still with Team Afful, and we're going to talk more about the fashion line, okay? And what you have seen in terms of the fashion industry in Ghana.
The fashion industry in Ghana, it's changing. I think it's changed a lot. And even packing to come here, I thought, what is the Ghana culture, the Ghana fashion scene like now? So you've done a lot of research into it,
it's exciting.
in-depth research.
Really?
Oh, it's exciting. I like anything chocolate. Hey, those guys over there.
Yes.
Oh man.
Chocolate.
Yeah. So I've been keeping a little eye out on those, but we think we've seen a little thing. But
Okay.
it's the thing that.
So what you're wearing is?
This is a local tailor that I like everything he does. Again, it's the finishing. So the experience is not so premium as chocolate, but a tailor-made outfit is a tailor-made outfit, and that's in our DNA here anyway. You'll go and get stuff made, but his presentation, when you go into the place, a little aircon, a little, the boss up on the wall, it's just nice, and the finishing is really fantastic. It's actually a Nigerian lady from UK.
Okay.
It's a mad collection.
Nice.
And so that outfit, yeah, we like our fashion, and now we're here. It's like we're diving in. But with our line, it's the sportswear. Ladies, they like to spend on their fashion, so we're focusing more on that. Do you have? We might have a little something for you to have a look at.
Oh, brilliant.
So we've got some of our collection for you to choose one.
Let's give it to the lady herself.
You present.
I know it's a.
Thank you.
So anything that takes your fancy there, you're.
So basically, it's sportswear that's African print,
Most definitely.
which I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much.
Every print that you see there has been designed by Sam,
Yeah.
and so it's all unique.
So it's the Adinkra symbols we're inspired by on this collection, and if it's not me, there's my cousin. He's another designer. So everybody in there is Ghanaian. I really want to make the whole chain Ghana made. Wow. But as we're starting here, when you talk to some of the manufacturers here, the numbers that they want are so huge. I haven't been able to do the whole from beginning to end Ghanaian, but all the design work, apart from the actual putting of the garment together, it's Ghanaians all the way through.
So you've got, how many people have you employed? Is there like a lot of people?
Well, for us, the team is still small. There's about 6 of us for Team Afful, and that's across, they're Ghanaians and a Trinidadian across the diaspora, across the board, yeah. So it really is that's the unity, strength in unity. Yeah.
So you use the symbols.
Yeah, so the symbols, it's not just anyone, it's not just the usual Jinyame.
Jinyame.
Or
We have so many symbols
Yes.
that people just keep on using the Jinyame
Yeah. So
and Sankofa.
even when we have our Jinyame
nice.
there, it's with the crown around, God is king. We can't just go. So there's meaning. We even have the Aya. Is
Wow.
that the fern?
The firm,
So
yeah.
if you're working out, you've been through adversity, right? And survived.
And
Yeah.
survived.
So when you're working out, so for some people they'll just like the colours and the patterns, they're pretty,
Yeah.
but someone that knows
Meaning.
what they're looking at,
Yeah.
they're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's see what they're doing.
Yeah. So where can people buy some of these things? Is it online?
So we're online.
Okay.
Bebe's Boutique, so our daughter's Bebe. So Bebe's Boutiques, if they hit now, they can hit the sign up and get the pre-launch deals.
And then we're going to be looking for
Distribution around Ghana.
Okay.
We're just about set up for that.
So why don't you distribute to the gyms?
Well, we're having a look again. It's looking at the right placement for the product, and as a new setup, your price pointing has to be on, enable for you to survive. So we're looking at who to partner with, and definitely looking at manufacturers in Ghana to link up with, because I really am passionate about making the whole thing Ghana made. Yeah, with quality. With quality, that's important. Not just, we could have got cheaper and it would have fallen apart, and for me that's like my brand falling apart. I can't do that. So we're definitely interested in that.
You're a power couple. You work together as a team, which is nice to see. But what motivates both of you to keep going and to just be doing what you're doing?
It's very much in encouraging others and empowering others. I think we've all been brought here with a gift, knowledge, something to give back, and we get almost empowered by empowering. And moving to Ghana was, a very personal decision for us. But alongside that, we said, you know what, who can we bring along with us? Who can we tell our story to for them to be inspired by and come to? So when you pass on something to someone else, it powers me, and it really powers me, yeah.
Again, I said I used to work with young people, and on my trips going back and forth, I'd make a point of photographing things. Like, look, this is the mall. What? They've got malls in Africa. What? Is that Mac? Oh, you can get Mac in Ghana. Yeah. And it's just a spark in one of those that's going to make something big happen. Yeah. So if I don't bring the next Pan-African leader, maybe I've just sparked a thought in somebody whose child or grandchild may well be a strong leader, And the thought of it at the beginning for us, we had days where it's like, no, forget it, we're not going. Let's just go to Atlanta. That's hot. There's loads of black people there. That'll be fine. We can do business over there. But it's not home. And there's so much more to you, the self-confidence that you have as a human being when you know, oh, my grandma was a market queen. Businesses, she had other people working under her, or my granddad, Garmanche, you just knowing. I had young people that had families, they can trace it back to the 15th century. We've always had this land, Sam. And there's a lot of self-confidence that comes with just knowing that.
Who you are,
who
and where
you
you
are.
come
It's
from.
so important.
And when you start that journey of finding out who you are, it goes deeper and deeper. When you have children, it just blows you out of the water, because then what you're leaving behind, your legacy needs to know more than anything else, because they're going to pass it on. So we said, all the bits that we didn't have, the language, the culture, the experiences, the growing up in schools here. It's such a big deal in Ghana to have to come to school here. We're going to give it to our children, and that's the best thing we can do for them, and the rest is in God's hands, because we said, let's step in and see what he wants us to do, and we've done it. So
you have done it, and the fabulous thing that you're doing is that you are documenting that as you go along with your YouTube channel, which is inspiring, because people don't really, we'll talk about it like we're talking about it now, but actually documenting every step of the way is really important. Is that the reason why you decided to set up the YouTube?
Yeah.
It was for the kids.
We started with family.
Yeah.
It was for our family record.
And more people kept asking questions, but are you sure you want to go? Why would you want to go to Ghana? We're here. I mean, again, it's that whole marketing, isn't it? So how Africa is marketed to the rest of the world, for the most part, isn't even in our hands. So if we can take that responsibility on and show you, hey, I'm not going to give you rose tinted. It's not Eden, but it's closer. It's closer there than I was before. And then when we control our narrative, we control how other people view us, not how someone else wants us to be shown and viewed as. We almost, again, I don't know if you were out or in when the Black Panther movie came out.
Yeah.
And it was such a massive thing. It was huge.
Too exciting.
Until I came here. Just been talking to my cousin. He's like, it was an all right movie. And then I realized that when you can simply watch a sitcom here, there's a lawyer, black lawyer.
Yep.
There's a black doctor.
It's
nothing.
It's nothing big. To us, it was a big deal.
It was across the whole diaspora. It was like, wow, we've got our superhero. It's amazing. Wakanda, the
Forever.
yeah. But that was the one time
It's true.
we got a superhero.
It's
Whereas my son now grows up, he sees women of all sizes on billboards. You know, aunties and uncles and slim,
All
you know,
tones.
everything.
All
and it's
skin
normal,
tones.
all skin tones, lighter, darker.
For our daughter, the vision of beauty, she sees people that look like her from such a young age. It starts from now, and it's normal. And it sounds strange me saying that.
Yeah.
Being here 2 months and me saying that sounds strange to me because it's normal. You
Again-
don't even talk about race.
Yeah, just being a person.
Just being
Something
a
sounding so
person.
simple. It just sounds so simple. I don't have to, I'm Sam. I'm not Sam, you know, the black guy from the gym, putting it nicely. Or, you know, I had an incident in the village where I was coming home and they said, oh yeah, I know where to take you. I've never seen this cab driver in my life.
But people are just open to help and
Yeah.
open to
Yeah.
support as much as
Yes.
possible.
Community's still a thing here.
Absolutely. But have you found that some Ghanaians say yes all the time when they should have said no?
Yeah.
How have you been managing that?
Oh, look. I love that thing. I love that. It's something I always look for. And it's like the baker says, oh, I can still fix your shoes. You know, oh, yeah, I know
you're a terrific baker, but
Yeah,
please don't say you
I
can do
fix
my
your
shoes.
The main thing is recommendations.
Yeah.
Recommendations. If you're looking for someone to do something, find out if someone's had the help before, look at the work they've done previously, and sometimes you just have to dive in and hope. I think doing your research and ask somebody who's used the network.
Yeah.
That's how we've honestly maneuvered and not been stung, thank God, yet by anything.
I think it's the same thing, like earlier as we were talking about, I kind of connected that, okay, these ones are from abroad, okay, a lot of, this is a new one that I've seen, so maybe you don't know what you're getting from month to month as a Ghanaian that I've met now. So, hey, these people, they're from abroad, so I'm gonna chop, okay, I live for today, I don't know what's happening next month. Oh, so can you do roofing? Oh, Charlie, this thing, so many, they haven't even seen what's inside the... Yeah, of course, 100%. Are you sure? Because if you can't, just find somebody. No,
That can do it.
No. I can do it.
Oh, boss, I can do it.
Come on. This thing. So I think it's still part of the whole mentality where we have to know each other and get to know each other. Diasporans will pay more for the job to be done correctly.
Just to finish it.
Just to know that you will do it, and I've learned to be very exact when I'm asking something or the price of something. Okay, so how much is it to tile this floor? Okay, 5,000 cedis, whatever, the price is irrelevant. Fine. So maybe they'll tile it, they've priced it too low. Oh, but I need the grouch, it's extra. What?
Why do you say that? I thought it was
Just tell me what
inclusive.
the whole thing is. Oh, but I didn't tell you transport and transportation, this and that. So you've got to be very, very particular for the whole lot, or just go and get everything. I've got everything here. Have you used this material before? Are you sure you know how to do it? I don't want you to dab it here. You've got to be on your game. I used to come back from Ghana tired because it felt like maybe a first division player playing in the Premiership. You know, no time to rest. You've got to be on your job.
Yeah. And did you find yourself shipping every single thing, including toilet roll, from the UK to Ghana?
Ooh, shall we say?
We were advised by
Tell
a
the
wonderful
truth.
person
Tell the
to
truth.
not ship toilet roll.
Okay.
So I packed 3 into my suitcase.
I've got to admit, I'm the criminal here. I'm the criminal
He's
here.
a hoarder extraordinaire. Not really, but it's very difficult to decide what to bring. I could have brought 1 box and probably been happy, but
For me, I was like, I don't want to buy something again that I've got, and the quality is not the same. So it could be even knife and fork, nice heavy knife and fork. I go to China Mall, there are other malls, all right, and it's just a bit, you know.
You mean Palace Mall?
There's Palace Mall, there's China Mall.
Oh, there's China Mall.
Yeah.
there's China Mall. There's 2 China malls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't been to China Mall.
Anyway,
Okay.
it's the same thing, isn't
Okay.
it?
Or if we're going and we're seeing, okay, I don't want the artisans, I want something modern looking, but then when you look at it, it's not.
So we packed bits that were like
Yeah,
important. For
important.
Things like that. But I have to say this because I have to be real. Even we took a lot of stuff out. We threw a lot of things away, gave a lot away. We came with, for a family of 4, I would say, quite minimal. it's relative, but I would say it's quite minimal with what we came with. So much stuff we haven't unpacked yet. 2 months later, it's in this space boxed.
I'm gonna get my. There's more boxes in
guys,
the UK.
There's more. There's
No.
more.
I got.
Let me just readjust myself. Let me just readjust myself.
Sam, you know you're in trouble, innit?
I'm in trouble.
There's so much. So I just want to encourage anybody who wants to look at shipping and do I come. Honestly, you will not need what you think you need. Unless you're bringing it, like literally, this is the house that I'm shipping, and you build the house there and then.
Yeah.
You can get so much stuff here. But
everything is here.
if it's important to you, like your family heirloom, of course, bring it. Your family chairs, bring it. You know, but there's so much else that I don't even know.
But then some people say that Ghana's really expensive. You know, they don't want to spend so much on maybe things that are not as good quality as you would get in the UK.
I would say Accra is expensive. Takoradi, you know, the city. There are other places you can get them. Yes, I would say things are expensive, but in my day-to-day, I have not unboxed stuff. It's the boxes are still there, and that's saying something, I think.
This is what. Can you see the difference here? Because I'm still like.
Sam.
There's still things. It's the quality. I agree with the statement that you can get good quality things here. You will pay 3 times the price.
It's because we import so much, and so the taxes and everything is quite high, and so that's why things are more expensive.
I think everyone has to go through their unique experience with that, with shipping, because you will never know when you've moved from one country to another. You will never, especially with children. Will we need it? We'll pack it just in case. And a lot of just in cases have actually helped. I'm so glad I packed that now, because oh my gosh. So there is, but there is.
He's trying to make himself feel better.
But I labeled those boxes myself. So
Okay, so that means you're the one that packed
Correct.
it. Exactly.
This one I don't know.
Okay, so 5 things you would tell. I want Sam's 5 and I want Yaba's 5. 5 things that you would tell somebody that is looking to come back home. Sam first.
Come and experience. We're talking about Ghana. Ghana for yourself. Your Ghana, not the Ghana as when you was a kid and you were, you know, moving things from one bag to the other bag to make the way, even before the stress started in the airport, right? We all know about that one. So come over here and experience Ghana for yourself, your personal experience with Ghana. Even, you know, not having to go to different aunties and all of that lot. Just have your own time and see how does it fit? How does that work? Because that's so important. Second one, your reason why. Your why is the biggest thing on a bad day that's going to keep you there. Ours is, for us, easy. It's the children and the positives that they're getting. So when the plumber has messed up my water tank that I just paid thousands in cities for, and now I have to go and buy another one, I know why I'm doing it, and it makes it better. You probably don't need as much as you think you need.
Oh,
probably.
live on TV.
Probably. I'm not saying you're completely wrong. You'll need some things, but it's so personal. Yeah, if there's marble tables or whatever it is that you really like and you really want, bring it. And no, you know, do your research, bring it. Get the network. Spend time on the people that are going to, you can't make it in Africa, Ghana, on your own. A lot of the time in the UK, we're very self-sufficient. We don't, you know, some areas you can't say good morning, you know, or smile. What do you want? What's wrong with you? So, but here it's different. Help your neighbor will help you, and you will both need it. So build that network.
Last one.
Be bold. People will give you so many reasons not to come or be shocked. But when you look at this thing, if somebody will jump on a cho-cho, go start finding a way to get to Europe by hook or by crook, no one will say they're crazy. But if you look at the thing that they're doing, they're going clean across the Sahara, they're trying to jump a boat on a port, they're trying to do so many things, but no one asked them, why the heck are you doing that? But I'm coming back home, and it's as if I'm going to chop my own head off and kick it over the wall or something. So be bold. Know why you want to do it. There's nothing scary here. Prepare yourself. I mean, my hat goes off to the people that come and just say, this is me. I'm here. By hook or by crook. We had children, so that couldn't really be us. But be bold.
Be bold. I love that. I love that. I love your 5 things. Yaba?
Okay, so the first thing I would say is come. That's all I would say. Just come. If you're thinking about it, do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because fear is the biggest block that will stop anyone, and you will never know the joy, the peace, the excitement, the fulfillment that you would have felt if you haven't done it, okay? So do it. Number 2, I would say, is manage your expectations. And I mean that in a way of, you may have heard about Africa, Ghana, you may have seen certain bits and bobs. Manage your expectations and be realistic. There are sights, there are smells that you may not be used to, but also just manage that. You have to come to see that, okay? Number 3, if you're coming with children, talk to them about it before you come. Give them a positive and a real vision, or a real, let's say, expectation of what they're going to come to, but show them that it's actually a positive place to come. Number 4, what I would say is, do not ship too much stuff. No, I'm joking. Do not. No. Number 4, as a woman, okay, come if you think that you're a single woman. Just come and become part of a network. If you're worried about you have to be with someone, there are communities that you can become part of as well. And number 5, what I would say is, make sure you do your research by asking those who've already done it. Like, surround yourself with information, educate yourself, okay? There's so much out there now, and also there are people like us who you can speak to and just ask the questions, and ask all the questions. Don't ask just the nice ones, ask all the questions. Those are my 5.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, sharing your journey so far. It's been 2 months, but I can tell it's been a lot that has gone into the 2 months, but you have prepared, just like you said about the 5 things. You prepared to come. You did a countdown with your children before you came. You were bold when you came. You shipped a lot of things when you came. And so there was that preparation that you spoke about, which is important. So all of you out there, prepare yourself. Yaba said, just come, do it. You know, and for all you single women out there, come and explore Ghana. I hope that you've enjoyed the show. I hope that you're going to be following Team Afful on YouTube as well. What's the YouTube channel name?
Ghana Bound.
Ghana Bound. Go on their YouTube channel and read the comments. I've read some of the comments, really funny ones as well. But I'm glad they're here. You can connect with them as well. They're on social media. Guys, there's never a better time to come to Ghana than now. Take care and God bless.